The UK has announced sanctions against 7 of Russia's wealthiest and influential oligarchs. The list does now include Roman Abramovich, the billionaire owner of Chelsea Football Club. Well, for the latest, let's now cross to London and to Victoria Smith. So, Victoria, is this finally the UK getting tough on Russian oligarchs?
Well, it's the UK doing something, isn't it, Mariam? They've come under a lot of criticism, the government here, for not doing enough. We know, of course, that Abramovich had some prior warning of what was to come. He announced selling Chelsea Football Club last week. But what these official sanctions now mean are that he cannot, of course, benefit from any sale of the club worth some £3 billion, of course, a club that he has owned for around 20 years. So he can't benefit from the sale. The sanctions also mean that his assets have been frozen. That means he can conduct no transactions with British businessmen or businesses or businesswomen or businesses in general. And he also can't enter the UK. Not that that will be too much skin off his nose, because we know, of course, he has multiple passports, so that may not affect him too much. Now, he is one of a list of oligarchs upon whom sanctions have been placed today, including others tied up with Putin and, of course, with the British government, such as Oleg Deripaska. Now, he had stakes in a major energy group, and Igor Sechin, a chief executive of Rosneft, a Russian state oil company. In fact, Mariam, the list of oligarchs who have been sanctioned all do seem to have some connection with either Russian banking systems or Russian fuel companies. So collectively, that's worth of £15 billion worth of profit that has now been sanctioned. We know that the Foreign Secretary has come out and said that the blood of the Ukrainian people is on their hands. So she's looking to take a tougher line on this, at least. Whether that will be enough, of course, we don't know yet. But it is a step up as regards sanctions on oligarchs connected to this country.
It definitely is a step up, Victoria. So let's look at Chelsea Football Club then in a bit more detail. As you say, we understand it cannot be sold, but the fixtures can still go ahead.
That's correct, yes. Chelsea Football Club's been given a special licence so that the fixtures can go ahead. Now, I've been listening to some of the fans this morning on TV and radio, and well, we all know that they're still chanting Abramovich's name in the stands. So there is, it's fair to say, mixed feeling, and in fact quite a lot of anger about what's happened. People feel that the club will suffer, that it's unfair. Obviously, the wider question must now be asked about other football clubs in this country that are owned by those with perhaps dubious connections. So certainly there's mixed feeling here. There is this licence, which means that fixtures will go ahead, staff will still be paid, etc. But there is worry among fans that perhaps this will affect them and their much-loved club, a world-famous club, of course. And the other thing to add is that the government is now bringing in this economic crime bill, which means that comes into place next week, and that will simplify the process of imposing sanctions on Russian oligarchs. So there could be more to come. Chelsea, the most high-profile at the moment, but we wait to see what's around the corner.